Okay, I'm the second affirmative rebuttal. First, we said the absence of net neutrality is failing the United States citizens. Our first point was that the absence of net neutrality creates monopolies. The negative side has brought up the points that monopolies are illegal and that the absence of net neutrality will create monopolies. So classifying ISPs as common carriers under Title II of the 1934 Communications Act means they can be regulated like monopolies. That could go as far as setting rates for broadband like Public Utilities Commissions do for electricity, according to ISPs and other critics. Tom Wheeler's FCC promised not to go this far by forbearing or refraining from utilizing most of Title II. According to Sean Captain, a policy journalist, even before Title II was being discussed, ISPs were panicked about monopoly regulation. In 2013, Verizon sued, and for the most part, wanted to block an earlier net neutrality policy. The negative side is talked about tier pricing and the ability to choose packages. So the idea of having the freedom in zero rating plans or providing data from certain sites or services that might be unlimited as part of a monthly package. Now that may sound like a good idea, but it can become problematic if ISPs decide to favor data from their own businesses or services that pay up for preferential treatment. Currently, consumers typically pay their ISPs for a certain amount of bandwidth, regardless of which services they use. Ending net neutrality gets us to that cable model Ryan Signal said, a media and strategy fellow at Stanford's Law School. Our second point was that we said that repealing net neutrality causes harm to the system, that there are existing institutions that are overwhelmed and cannot fix the problem. I want to add to the point I mentioned earlier with regards to FTC not protecting consumers, is that FTC can only take action if and when a company violates the trust of consumers. This means that as long as they disclose their policy in a transparency statement, they could, for instance, block access to certain services and be completely in the clear. This is a departure from the proactive measures in place during the Title II era. Third, we said that reinstating net neutrality would improve internet freedom. Going back to the opponent's statement on the 1 to 2 choices statement, there is 2,000, but it is not up to standard speed. It's not up to the standard speed for the FTC. Also, without net neutrality, ISPs are allowed to take certain actions that directly impact four internet freedoms that consumers have come to value highly. Michael Powell, the FCC chairman under President Bush, defined these freedoms in a 2004 speech. The freedom to access any content, so long as it was legal, the freedom to access any service or application, the freedom to use their internet connections on any computer or device, and the freedom to get detailed, transparent subscription information from their ISP. These freedoms are now in jeopardy. The affirmative position on reinstating the net neutrality rules that were placed is important because net neutrality is the principle that internet service providers should give consumers access to all legal content and applications on an equal basis without favoring some sources or blocking others. Think of what the future might look like. You cannot share an article without paying $1 per share because it originated from a certain website, but you can share another website for free. That small website you like that wrote reviews about certain cars, no, you cannot access them anymore without paying triple the charges because the car companies are paying your internet provider. So the small political party who are forming opinions about something you really care about, their website is loading slowly because the big parties have made a pact with the internet service providers. Do you want your future to look like this? Thank you.